Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Pitch Invaders podcast. I hope you all had Merry Christmas this holiday season. We have a lot to cover today. We are going to prime you guys on the current form of the top 6 clubs, go over notable games from Boxing Day as well as game week 19, and predict what's going to happen in game week 20. Stay tuned. Welcome back to another episode of the Pitch Invaders podcast. My name is
Christmas.
Christian. Merry Christmas. Hope you guys had a good... Amir, how was your Christmas?
It was pretty good.
Max, how was your Christmas?
It was very good.
Nice. It's good to see you guys. We're all brimming with the holiday spirit as we prepare for New Year's.
Yes.
You guys got any New Year's resolutions?
Soccer related?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe we should have some.
Yeah.
Well,
do you have one?
We'll think of them. We'll revisit them.
Give Salah a contract.
That would be a great resolution for Liverpool to give Salah a contract,
Yes.
keep him in the Premier League. His hairline looks great now.
Yes.
He's scoring goals and assisting goals. We got to keep him in the Premier League. Get it done. What's the name of your owners? The Boston people?
FSG.
Yeah, Boston.
Yeah, Boston Group.
Do you have one, Christian?
No, not really. That's what I was asking you guys.
I didn't come prepared.
I'll come up with one.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we have a lot to cover, right?
Oh, yeah.
We had Boxing Day.
A lot of Liverpool wins to cover.
A lot of Liverpool wins. A Man City win got
win singular. Yes,
crazy.
Singular win.
We will take the 3 points, Max. Okay, we're not greedy. All right.
Chelsea losses.
Chelsea's looking rough. Man U's looking rough. Tottenham is Tottenhamming. So, where do you guys want to start? Which should we just go over like the current form of these top 6 teams? Like,
Yeah.
All right. Well, I would like to start with Man U, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, we'll start
Is that
right
okay
at the
to start
bottom
with
of
Man
the
U?
top 6.
Big one. Yeah.
So
14th.
I think I'm gonna.
Are they still in 14?
They're in 14th. Yes.
14th.
Yeah. We're recording today is Monday.
So there's still Wednesday
before
game.
Yeah.
Sure. Arsenal's still going to play on Wednesday.
Correct.
Yeah, Monday, December 30th, and they just lost to Ipswich.
Newcastle.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I'll be honest, guys. You guys know I'm the Man United hater of this little thing we got going on here. You're going to be surprised with what I have to say.
Okay.
I don't take any stock in what has happened in these first few games because I'm trying to compare it to other sports. Okay, so I think this is true in soccer. I think it's true in basketball. I think it's true in football. When you have a rotting organization that has developed I'm sorry to say, Man U fans, a loser mentality, which they have. And, the Man U fans that are young, this is all they've known.
Yeah.
Right? So it sucks to be them. But at least it's going to prove that you guys are real fans if you stick through this era. But the Man U fans that are, 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, 70, this team that they're looking at is an imposter based on what historically they've done.
For sure.
So when you have a corrupted, rotting organization, top to bottom, like they have, and you fire your coach and you bring in a new coach, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So, and I think this is true with any sport.
Yeah.
Right? If you're fundamentally screwed up as an organization, you bring in a new coach as if he's gonna solve your problems. It's just not realistic. So these 8 to 10 games he's had, I don't really put that much stock into it. I know you guys were expecting me to make fun of them a lot.
I like the take that you have. I mean, it's true.
Yeah, it's good.
At the end of the day, it comes down not just to the manager, and I think Ronaldo actually came out and said the same thing. Like he was like, no matter what manager you put, the owners and everything else around the club is what matters.
You remember what he said about the facilities?
Yeah,
he was like, it's the same stuff I was using back in 07.
Way outdated.
Yeah,
very old facilities. Yeah,
but they don't have money to. I mean, do they have the money to fix it?
They're one of the richest clubs.
Yeah, they're one of the richest clubs. Like, dude, the roof was the press conference. The thing was leaking during the press conference.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so they're just in shambles. And then another thing I wanted to say was every time you get a new manager, some players get sacrificed. They just when we got Pep, Yaya gone, Fernando gone, Samir Nasri gone, Joe who's the goalkeeper? Joe Hart. Oh my God, I'm
forgot the legend.
I know. Yeah. Sorry, Joe Hart. My bad, dude. Yeah. So they all get sacrificed. So this whole drama with Rashford and Garnacho, it's like it just looks like they're going to be
Rashford is leaving. I mean, it's already confirmed. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
What is it too late? I mean, what are they going to do now? Because you're not that you didn't highlight the results, but this past 3 games, they've conceded 7 and scored 0.
yeah.
So, like, that for me is a big red flag. I understand it's the first 10 games that he's in charge, but the fact that they've conceded and scored none in 3 games, that, like, is a real concern.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, they're not going to sack him or anything, but, like, did they make the wrong decision?
I don't.
Are you
think
Emma
so.
Rout already?
Sorry.
I don't know.
That was a good one.
Do you think if Ten Hag was in charge, they would have performed any better?
Not necessarily, but they would have gotten goals.
I don't know about that because they struggle too.
They
but
struggle to score goals.
I don't know, man.
but you know,
Their defense
They're
was
both
usually solid.
caca. I don't know.
I don't know. But I'm thinking about usually when Man U sacks, like they get a new coach, they usually pick up the pace and get a couple of wins and then make it sweeter for their fans and stuff, and then they start dropping in performance again. But with this guy, it's a little different. I don't know, and not in a good way.
So what are you seeing, Amir? That's different for
you know, if I'm a person, I get into a new job. There are some politics that you have to play and to make things sweeter with the media, with your bosses, with the players, with your team, and everything. And this guy's clashing a lot with in so many areas.
He's not doing any butt kissing.
He's not. I mean,
Maybe
sometimes
that's what they need.
honestly, sometimes you need that just to get through that period to be able to do your job.
Maybe he sees like we were saying about it, like a very corrupted, not corrupt. When I say corrupt, I just mean like a rotting organization.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's
Well,
trouble.
remember what happened when who's the Italian coach that was at Spurs? Conte, yeah.
I remember Conte
he
got
talked
Joe Hart.
trash and then he left. I don't think
but-
for me the big red flag is in his interview, like post match, like not this game week but the last one. He was saying like no coach is safe and like I'm not safe and who knows what's gonna happen. We just have to stay safe in the league. Like what did he say? We have to fight for our safety.
He said something about I'm still as
Man,
confident
you
as my
fans.
day one.
But the fact that he's saying we had to fight for our safety, like
Man, you fans
that
are
shows
not-
that his
not used to
expectations is
hearing
rock bottom.
Yeah,
rock
he's
bottom.
already. I can tell he's already clashing with the fans. Like he's telling them, "Do not expect it," which is something that the fans should understand. But this is not what the fans want to hear from a new coach, right?
Yeah, that we're fighting for safety. I mean, come on, bro.
like and he's already clashing left and right. Him standing on in the field on touchline. He looks stressed. I look at him. I'm like, I'm stressed on the couch because of him.
Yeah.
Imagine the players how they're feeling on the field.
Right. What do you guys think of Bruno's red card?
It's usual this year. This is third.
Yeah,
this is third this year.
It was disappointing again, and I thought that he was going to change now that there's a Portuguese coach there. But again, it's like he doesn't deserve the armband. He still hasn't shown, and this whole entire season. What is that? His third red card of the season?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you're holding back right now. Dude, I mean, like,
I don't want to go on a victory lap.
you're on a
because-
yellow card. You're on a yellow card.
Yeah.
The second half just started, and you lunge in like an idiot. Like, what are you expecting is going to happen?
Yeah.
You're the captain of the team.
He's pumped from that. What is it? The team. I don't know. Sorry, I lost words.
talk.
I lost words because of that.
It just makes me even more mad that we lost to this team. To be honest with you, it just
Oh,
because,
God.
because
I
obviously
even forgot about that.
because I mean it's the only good. I mean if you look at their form, it's like the only.
That was the only good game in the league.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's
it
just-
wasn't even a good
and
game.
It was Ahmad had to come and rescue. I'm telling you guys, I'm looking at the squad off the top of my head. I'm keeping Ahmad. He to me is the future. I'm keeping Mano. I'm keeping De Ligt. I'm keeping Mizraoui. Everybody else can go. I really
Bring back
don't-
Ronaldo.
I see.
Work with the
I really don't think I
work
see
with the
more
Portuguese
than.
coach.
I mean, you guys tell me if I'm wrong. I'm looking at the squad. I really don't see more
It
than
needs a
4 or 5
rebuild.
guys.
It needs a big
4 or
rebuild.
5 guys that I would keep. And like the season is lost, but obviously they need to do better to stay up. But then once they do that, I'm not a neutral. I don't like the team, so like I don't want to see them do this, right?
Yeah.
But as a neutral, if I was a neutral, I'd want to see them try out some academy guys, give some guys some playing
That's
time,
true.
see what they've got because this roster of money that they put together stinks.
Yeah.
They're not good. So
Yeah, man. 14th place. They're 7 points from relegation, dude.
yeah,
They're 7 points from Ipswich Town.
yeah,
That's shocking to say out loud.
right.
So
We lost to that team. I mean,
and Tottenham is only 2 points ahead of them.
that's crazy.
Well, we lost to so many teams this year, so.
All right, is that enough shine we've given to Man United? You guys
Yeah.
want to move on?
Yeah, let's just move on, man.
All right, I guess we should we
I
go.
feel like I want to throw up.
I know. I'm just going to go from the top, like bottom to the top of the top 6, right? So,
Tottenham?
let's talk about the most entertaining team in the Premier League, right?
Oh, gosh.
That I dubbed.
Spurs.
5-0 against
This is
Southampton,
really just who.
man.
I mean, this really just is who they are, right? They're
Look,
gonna.
you look at the last 3 games. Against Wolves, they tied 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to Nottingham Forest 1-0. And then they lost to Liverpool
6-3.
6-3.
Can't
And the
blame
game
them for
before that,
It's like,
well, obviously the EFL Cup, they won against Manchester United 4-3, but 5-0 against Southampton.
This is a team.
Waves.
I know. What can you tell about this? Are they good in attack? Are they good in defense? Are they good in, like, holding play? Are they good in... Do they have a good coach, bad coach? Do they have good players, bad fans, good fans? I just
don't know.
cannot...
Such inconsistency.
I don't know.
Yeah. You just don't know what you're going to get from them. That's
Yeah.
And I don't really see that there being much of a solution. I don't know if you were to fire Ange, or should we say sack to be more
Yeah, that's
cognizant
sack, yeah.
of the culture of England. If you were to sack Ange, I don't know if you're gonna. It's gonna be another thing. Like Man U, you're not gonna solve this problem. It's a rotting team that,
Can you blame it on the injuries, though? Because they have Van de Ven, Romero, and Davies and Vicario. That's 3 of their startings. Well, I mean, fullback, like defense, and then Vicario.
I just see a lack of effort on the defense, So I will say though, when I saw Jed Spence playing right back, he looked like he was giving his heart out. Like he's a guy I think you can build off of. But Ange is kind of caught between a rock and a hard place because him and Pedro Porro play right back, and Pedro Porro is so good at attacking, right? So other than Jed Spence, I don't really see much effort from that defense. So you can have injuries, but you can't. You don't need a lot of talent to have effort.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I'm kind of,
I would blame it on injuries if he tried to adapt, but we don't see any change in style or anything. It's still the same. And speaking of injuries, like if most of his defenders are injured in attack, he's benching James Madison.
Yeah, I mean that's the point that you brought up.
That's another thing. Like, is he actually what is he trying to do?
I don't know, Amir. But it's hurting my fantasy team. Okay, and I'm trying to not to be biased, but it's like, why are you calling on this guy to come and save you when your defense has dug you in a hole? Maybe he just doesn't play defense. Maybe he's not. Maybe he prefers Sarr because Sarr and Basuma, those guys will play more defense.
Well, they're still there. They're 2 CDM, like the formation I'm looking at 4-2-3-1. So Madison was the cam in front of Sarr and Basuma.
I will say one thing is I've been paying too much attention to Tottenham this year, but Kulusevski does seem to me to be much better playing a central position versus a winger position. So maybe there's
some
Kulu
clash
and
between that.
yeah.
Because he wants to get Johnson as well on the pitch.
Yeah. So there could be something there.
But honestly, I look at this that these results are so inconsistent that they're not going to fire him until the end of the season if it does happen. But I think that Spurs are the kind of team that are going to keep him until the end of the season, and they're going to just hope that the results of that are positive are going to happen more.
But who?
Well,
I think they're comfortable
to your point,
not being in a European position.
To your point, Max, they are still they have a chance to hoist the trophy this year, and we know this team has been dying.
True, and
the fans have been dying to hoist any trophy.
Yeah,
they don't care. They're not going to stick their nose up at the Carabao Cup. Okay, so let me ask you guys this question then. Let's say we keep seeing inconsistency in the Premier League,
Okay.
but they win the Carabao Cup. What do you do with Ange Postecoglou?
I think keep him.
Oh, that's what you guys want, don't you?
No,
You evil fans.
Well,
you want to do Manchester United on them.
Seriously, when's the last time they hoisted
a
the
trophy is a trophy. He could be a cup manager. Like, Arteta.
You said like who?
Mikel
Arteta.
Arteta.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that was some shots fired. We're gonna get some negative comments.
But seriously, since it's a club that, I don't know, when's
Yeah.
the last time they hoisted a trophy? Like 50, 60 years, whatever it is.
I don't even know if it's ever happened. Yeah.
So not in any of our lifetime. What do you do with that guy, Max?
I think once that happens, maybe we can talk about it. Because I don't think it will happen.
Yeah,
They may get to the final, but they're not gonna win.
but let's say they win it. They win the Carabao Cup, the lowest tier trophy, but we see them finish like 11th in the Premier
They
League.
keep him, man. They keep him because they're dumb. They're dumb. And
Would
they
you
can't
keep him? Would you keep
Who
him?
would you
Would I
replace
keep
him
him?
with?
Yes.
No, I would have fired him.
Who would you
Yeah.
replace him with?
I don't know, man. You find random people online.
I don't.
Check
gotta get-
Facebook
you gotta-
Market.
I mean, he was randomly picked for that job, but like,
There's some really good. I mean, there's some really good coaches out there that are in the Bundesliga.
I don't know.
You know, you can find some good ones, but I don't know enough about them to choose them.
They don't have the same team of
Even in the
analysts.
Premier League, I mean, you don't think that Brentford coach would step up like Thomas Frank
I would.
or who's the
I
coach?
take the Brighton coach in a heartbeat. The 31-year-old, that basically a kid. I would like him to coaching Tottenham.
But why would they want to coach Tottenham? They are. I feel like Brighton, Bournemouth, and even Brentford are much prosperous projects than Tottenham. From like looking
Marco
at
Silva? No?
looking at their position before and now where they are, and the
Yeah.
like everyone is so happy. Why
And
would
there's
you?
no pressure
Yeah, and there's
Yeah,
no
you're-
pressure. Like,
yeah.
why would you even
That's
do
true.
that?
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
pressure makes diamonds, Amir. Okay.
Not with Purse.
That's true. It makes some-
Where are
Yeah.
you gonna go with that? Like,
Yeah.
nowhere.
I think there's some positives, and hopefully that this team can get in the upper half of the table.
Yeah.
I think the attack is really going to be the thing that carries them.
Sure.
If
sure.
they can continue to score goals more than they concede, that's probably how it's going to go. But we're just going to keep talking about it and getting entertained.
For sure. Let me ask one last question about the coaching thing. So, you remember when Graham Potter was coaching Brighton and they looked really good?
Yeah.
And then the job for Chelsea opened up, and so he
took
jumped. He's like, when else am I going to get the opportunity to coach a club
Yeah.
like Chelsea?
And now he's jobless.
Do you guys think that Tottenham carries that type of panache, cachet?
No.
Do you guys think?
No.
So they're not drawing a young, budding, promising coach like that who maybe's taking on a project that is beyond his grasp just for the mere question of, well, when else am I ever going to coach a top six, get an opportunity?
You're very right. Yeah, that's
So,
not.
you don't
they're
think
not
Tottenham
going
has
to,
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. They're not going to attract that kind of
So
player.
I think that's why you hear Tottenham fans say, well, it's like if we get rid of Ange, who are we going to get? These guys, like you said, Thomas Frank and
Marco Silva.
and the Marco Silva, and then the 31-year-old. I keep forgetting his name too. But why would they take on that job?
Yeah,
If
fair
they're
point.
yeah, so
Yeah.
They're going to have to just rely on coaches that aren't as well known and take a risk from other leagues
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a project. They're
right.
trusting in somebody that they don't have full confidence in from another league, and it's going to be the same process again.
But let's talk in a realistic way. If like I am the owner of this club and I see what happens, what would be the goal? Like maybe by the end of the season, probably host the Carabao Cup, not
Yeah.
win the league, not
No.
even, but probably get top 4, top 6 next year.
Yeah,
So
I feel like this is how the meeting
Which
of Spurs
is
goes.
already achievable. It's already.
This is how the meeting of Spurs goes. They just have some like cornbread on
you
the
have to be
table.
realistic sometimes.
They're like, yeah,
too.
well, let's just see what goes. I don't know.
Well, maybe a couple of years ago it was a bit higher. That's why they got Jose Mourinho to try to like after they went to the final for the Champions League. There was a chance. Okay, expectations were a little higher. Now we're in a place. Let's try to get a trophy.
You had Harry
missed
Kane and
something.
Son in their prime, and now that's kind of gone, and they have to
Yeah,
rebuild
rebuild again.
themselves again.
Yeah,
They messed
Yeah.
up, man. It's
I keep-
going in a downward
I
trajectory.
keep thinking where it's like, based on how I'm seeing them play this year, well, all they need to do is just like look in Serie A and get a classic Italian, well-dressed coach that will teach defense and just make them defend really well. But I don't want to see him go back to that gross brand of football that Jose Mourinho and Conte were making them play.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, they're fun, man. They're fun right now, but it's just the end result isn't great for Tottenham fans. So. Yeah. All right. Is that enough on Tottenham, guys?
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep moving. All right, Amir. Manchester City.
Oh no.
What do we have to say? We got 3 points against Leicester. You know.
I have a lot to say, actually.
Yeah, hit me.
A
Go
lot
ahead.
of a lot of mixed feelings.
Oh, wait, we're going from bottom to top, right?
Correct.
Oh, because Manchester City's 6th. Sorry. Go ahead. I missed that.
It's all right.
He thinks he's hilarious.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Give it 3 weeks, bro.
All right. So what do you got, man?
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna start with the Aston Villa game because honestly, watching this game, it was very humiliating to watch. I was like, "Oh my god, we're in a terrible place."
Yeah.
Those Aston Villa guys, Morgan Rogers, were just playing with our kids. Like, you got no heart, bro.
Right.
What did you feel about that game?
They just wanted it more. They're hungrier. We just looked dejected, not defeated, but dejected. I don't know if that. It just.
They were toying with our players.
I know. We have mentioned it multiple times on the pod and off the pod, but we're just getting bullied in that midfield consistently, man.
Yeah,
So
and our
that's why I want
too. Like,
that's why I want criminals to come play for us.
I know that was really bad, and our players didn't really try to step up to like fight for the badge. That's what I felt during that game. Yeah, which was very disappointing. Mm-hmm. But a bit of improvement during the Everton game, even though the result wasn't like that good. We still struggled in defense. I felt Everton looked
Stones in the second half or like 40 halftime.
I honestly
when Stones
Aston Villa, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, honestly, at this point, like the names really don't matter. I think Pep needs to figure it out, like in terms of tactics too, because I don't think he knows how he wants to play. But that Leicester game, I know we're playing against Everton and Leicester, which you really cannot base like an opinion based on these 2 games. But we looked a lot better. There were a couple of things that he switched. He played Savinho on that left side, which he linked very well with Haaland. I think Haaland looked amazing.
I love that.
And during that game against Leicester, I
love that game.
I felt like Pep intentionally gave Savinho and Haaland some freedom. Because that was the first time in like so many weeks I see Haaland actually picking the ball from midfield and running facing the players. Like he wasn't even trying to pass to find another player to support him. He was actually going through and dribbling. He almost scored a solo goal. He actually dribbled through
really
like
nice
3-4 players.
Oh, dude, if he would have put this away, George Girgis calling him a tap-in merchant would have died. And it was that impressive of a run.
And I think we as fans, this is what we've been saying. But we as fans, this is what we've been saying. I really think this guy, technically, he is talented. But because he's restricted, but also he's respectful of the tactics that Pep is trying to implement. Yeah. Too respectful. Please do something. Like if you're trying to be like top 5 player, top 10 player tier, you need to screw the manager at some points. I'm taking the ball and I'm trying to do something.
But let me ask you this, Amir. Is this him saying screw the manager, or are we finally seeing Pep make adjustments to his style of play? Because that Leicester game was, in my memory, the first time I saw Haaland dropping back. Remember we used to complain about Harry Kane dropping back for Tottenham because they had no midfield?
Yeah.
So they had no midfield. He had to come in to dude, my words are really off to do link up play, right? This was the first time I saw Haaland dropping back to do link up play. Yeah. Okay.
There was another play, that corner, he just picked the ball, he looked at the space and he carried the ball where like the other box is. But like it was good to see these kind of stuff. And these are the things that I really want to see, because in the previous games, or like maybe since the beginning of the season or even last season, all what I see is Haaland dropping to pass it back to another player. Like he's not really looking to do anything except when he is in the box. Okay, I'm gonna shoot and then try to score. But this time, I felt like there was some freedom. There were some room for these guys to make the decision themselves. I would say, not actually rely on the Aroba outside to decide for them how to pass. And I hate to say this, but like I'm not trying to.
No, it was refreshing.
Yeah, it was refreshing. It was refreshing for the fans, and I'm pretty sure it was refreshing for the players too, and the coach. You don't want to be responsible for every single thing your players do, right?
And the knock on Pep has been like he has made, the club into and turned the league into a systemized league where you don't see as much creativity anymore. You see guys are more cogs in a machine rather than the machine themselves.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see a little bit of the machine coming out of the machine that we have up front, which is Erling Haaland.
Let's see if it wasn't just a fluke. I mean, I let you guys do all your talking.
All that. And
It was a win against Leicester City, who are in relegation, right?
It's not about the
They're sitting in
opponent.
19th.
Max, it's not about the opponent.
I know it's not about the opponent. But that was your first win since December 4th.
Well, looking at other teams' form, we don't look that bad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we can't use that as a reason.
Dude, Boxing Day was a battering ram for
You guys
top
didn't talk
six
about
except for
1-1.
Liverpool.
What about the 1-1 against Everton? Nothing to say about that?
It was equally gross.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
Any takeaways or same old?
Well, we looked bad, but better than before, I would say, in some aspects. But like
I didn't
still,
think we looked any better,
like it was still disappointing that we couldn't get a win.
And I hope I'm not just saying this because of the win, but I really saw a difference in how the team played between Leicester and Everton. I saw a big difference.
Yeah, huge difference for sure.
And it was good to see Pep's like celebrating after. And like Holland telling him like stay humble, like he's.
I have to say, I really love Erling Haaland because he is. Yeah, he did the stay humble thing, but he's such a humble player himself. Like Savio has had this mental block in his head all season because he hasn't scored a goal and he hasn't got an assist. He got both in that game. And when he got the assist on Haaland's header, Haaland, and he does this all the time, dude. When he taps a goal in, he points to the player that assisted him. Like it's all because of him. It's all because of him.
And Haaland needed that goal after missing that penalty against Everton.
Man.
Yeah. So and he wasted a couple of chances, and you could see the disappointment on his face. But I feel like there are some changes. I think it's going to come down to the winter transfer market in a couple of days. I think as City fans, we want to see some fresh legs, probably.
What position?
Can I say what I want? Can I say what I want to see?
Yeah.
I have to admit, the season isn't going our way. The season's lost. It's probably gonna be Liverpool. Hopefully, some guys challenge Liverpool, so we don't have like a boring season. I'm not trying to, just if Arsenal can challenge, at least make it interesting. That would be great for
God. Not
so,
Arsenal, please.
whatever. Yeah. to me, the season's lost. Right, the season's lost. I would really love to see guys like James McAtee get more playing time. That guy looked good when he was out there. And he wasn't playing his normal role. He's a number 10. He was playing as a winger in that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you told me off the pod we're looking for some guy that can fill the hole that David Silva left. Why not give this guy some run and see if he can be something?
I think during the past few games or during that past form, we were desperate for a player like David Silva, where like Pep can put full trust, like cannot coach.
Yeah,
he makes the decisions on the field.
Yeah,
and this is something we definitely missed in the past few games. But with our academy players, still coming under Pep, I don't know if we can expect much from them.
Yeah, but again, if the season's lost, I'd like to see if we have any decent defenders because the defense doesn't look good at all. Gvardiol has been shambolic the last couple games, and so that's why I'd like to just see the season's lost. We're not going to win We're not going to win the Premier League. Let's see these guys. Let's see how they look, rather than just always lean on the transfers. And if we're going to lean on the transfers, give me some names, Amir, of who you want to see.
Also, I just wanted to mention Oscar Bob is coming back in the next month.
Yeah.
So that'll be basically like a signing.
I cannot wait to see Oscar
I think
Bob.
we're going to be very happy to see Oscar Bob.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
We're seeing Ortega now, starting keeper for City.
Yeah.
I mean, they say illness or whatever for Ederson, but I think it's...
His feelings are hurt. That's what's...
Yeah, I really think it's going to be... we're going to see Ortega as the main keeper for City.
Ederson goes to Saudi
Arabia? For the rest of the season, maybe.
You think so?
You guys put Scott Carson in?
If we're going to make... Oh, God.
I'd love to see him in a game. I really would. I really would.
Didn't he play like one game?
I don't remember.
Last year or something?
Dude,
if
we ever get back in form and we're up like 3 goals on someone, I'd love to see him sub.
I saw him in training. He was really good.
Really?
When they came to Raleigh. Yeah.
Good stuff.
He wasn't too bad.
His picture on Football makes him look like he's like 65 and a granddad.
Yeah.
Max, did you ask us what names you'd want to see in January?
Yeah, or positions or names. I'd like to see what.
Well, do you want to go? Let me ask you this then. Do you want to go big in January or get 1 or 2 and then go big in the summer? Because we're not going to go big in both.
I think we need at least one big name in January.
For which position and who?
Definitely fill in for Rodri.
Yeah.
Kovacic has been all right, but
He was good. In the
there's
lesser
still
games.
a lot of gaps, and we need someone to really fix that defense. Can link up with Ruben Diaz when he comes back, and
You know, you have any names?
I really think Guimaraes is a perfect fit because the moment Rodri comes back, this guy fits into the midfield like a glue. He's like literally right there. He can be a playmaker. He can fill in so many positions. If you want to play double pivot with Rodri and Guimaraes and let your defenders just defend, or like he gives us a lot of tactical flexibility.
You're gonna have to pay like a lot, like 95, 85
Well,
million.
Newcastle are in a bad place too because they
sell
need to offload some
do they?
players. So there could be some good negotiations here and there.
Let's see.
I'm gonna add one more thing. I really do. I think we need a backup striker because
Thank you.
I cannot
That's
see.
what you were thinking of.
Not first, but I don't mean to jump in, but Holland's started and played every minute of the Premier League this season.
Yeah.
I don't.
What if Holland gets injured?
Exactly. What we're going to go back to the year that we won without a striker.
False nine. Yeah.
Foden playing striker.
We don't
We're
have
gonna do that?
Alvarez.
Yeah. We have to have cover.
I think Alvarez was the best player that could probably fill in for that false nine position or striker position, but we don't have these players are not in the same place anymore. That they cannot fit in for a false nine.
I really would
position.
like Strand Larson from Wolves. The more I see him,
And the
Norwegian,
thing is, they got him from nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, where's your scouting? Do you guys have scouts or where are they at?
They're out
We
there.
signed a 16-year-old American kid. Okay, you don't think we have scouts going out there?
We got
Gavin Sullivan.
well,
You'll learn the name soon enough.
well
Okay.
we got Alvarez a couple of years ago, and now he's a top player.
Yeah.
That's true.
With a World Cup.
You guys need somebody like that you can.
Echeverry is supposed to be coming, right? Claudio Echeverry, the guy we got from River Plate.
Oh yeah.
Isn't he supposed to be coming in January or was that
I'm not
next
sure.
summer? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So you want Guimaraes, huh?
So he said CDM, you said striker.
No, if I had to pick the first guy,
Would be striker.
also be CDM, and then second would be right back because Kyle Walker, he's not able to do the job anymore, and Rico Lewis is not able to do the job anymore. Rico Lewis is much better in that like
CDM.
inverting midfielder link up, but like as a pure right back, I don't see it, man. Don't see it.
You have a name in mind?
For a right back, Jeremy Frimpong.
That's it.
That's the name.
That's a Liverpool player.
That's gonna be expensive.
Huh? Why is that a Liverpool player?
We already talked about he's Dutch, and you got all his Dutch friends there, and
Maybe he doesn't like them. Maybe one of them stole his girlfriend when they were 14 or something like that.
that
He's
sounds
got beef.
very.
Maybe we got like a Kevin and Thibaut Courtois situation. You don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah. What's up,
Okay.
dude?
Well, let's see.
That would be really annoying if you guys lost Alexander Arnold and just got Jeremy Frimpong to replace him. That would be so annoying.
I remember when he was at Arsenal, right? Wasn't this the same?
He was a
Frimpong
Man
that
City
used to be-
Academy
He
player.
was
Was he?
yeah.
Dang.
So maybe he'll come back.
Yeah.
don't know.
And then when we were talking about CDM, I mentioned a million times, I want a guy, skinhead, facial hair, tattoo. Like if you can go to like a Slavic country, like Serbia, and go to their second tier league and get a dude with a face
Milinkovic
tattoo.
Savic.
No,
No.
definitely not.
Why don't you guys get like who's the one that's at West Ham? Tall.
The one at
Thomas
West Ham.
Suchek.
Suchek?
Suchek?
He's fluffy.
You don't like really?
He's very fluffy.
He's got some height to him.
Yeah.
He's got some height to him. He kind of crashes the box a little bit, you know.
Oh, he's fluffy, bro.
Okay, no, yeah. Again, facial tattoos are great. Facial hair, scars. Oh, if he's
Okay,
got
yeah.
scars, that'd be sick. I just want him to go in and beat people up because
So
we're
the
getting
color
bullied.
of-
Bro, we're getting bullied in our midfield. I just
Yeah.
need someone that's gonna stand up to these bullies.
Yeah.
That's all.
I agree. Okay.
Yeah. So
That's not too much to ask for. 3 positions, two at most.
yeah. All right, you guys ready to move on from Man City?
I am.
All right, good. Chelsea
Going up the table, yes.
going up the table. Chelsea in 4th place as of right now. Just lost
Drop in
2-0
form.
to
Yeah.
Ipswich.
This
Ed Sheeran FC.
And they
When is
lost
it?
Fulham.
And
Yeah.
they tied to Everton.
Yes.
Pretty bad.
So
Pretty
bad games
dramatic
in a row.
dip in form. I mean, they were on
Yeah.
fire until then.
Amir, you made a really good point about it. Why do you think there's this big dip in form?
I think they being in second place was just too much pressure on that team. They're not ready. The coach is not ready. They say that in the media.
Yeah.
very
Cole
freely.
Palmer said it.
Yeah, they're
He said it himself.
Did he?
and it's
Remember
good.
the whole like we haven't done anything. I don't know why these guys are celebrate like
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, so I think it's normal. Like, I don't think that Chelsea fans really care. Maybe the social media is just like putting the spotlight on them, but they really shouldn't care. They're in a good place.
Yeah. Good
Yeah, I'm just surprised because I agree with you about the pressure, but I really thought for me was the rotation because there's so many players to come in and out. I thought that it was just going to keep being this fresh running engine that is just shooting out goals, and that's what I thought. But the fact that Fulham, I understand Fulham is on fire, and they lost. They really much lost in the last 2 minutes. I mean, but the loss against Ipswich, I think, is the real kind of wow for me. That's a real.
There were a couple of changes
result.
too, like in the formation.
They went with a new goalkeeper.
Yeah, and
Joao
Felix started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he had a goal disallowed.
You guys like Joao Felix?
He was pretty threatening in that game. I mean, he had a goal disallowed and had.
We want to talk about Foffy. He's Foffy.
They had a lot of changes though.
Wingers can be Foffy though. I mean,
wingers can be Foffy. That's true. Most of them are Foffy.
He's not a winger though.
He played winger in this game.
He's left wing. I don't know. I guess it's just back to reality now. Well, now that they're out of second place, because Nottingham Forest is in second place, do you think that the pressure is off of them now, or do you think that this is a tie and 2 losses in the last 3? Do you think that, or is this going to keep going down?
I don't think so.
I think it's the ebbs and flows of the season. It's a long season.
Just a blip.
Yeah. Long season.
Yeah, and I mean, they needed to rotate players with that many games.
They just had half their team go to Kazakhstan.
Yeah. You really cannot blame these guys for anything. Good job, everyone.
I don't think it has anything to do with fatigue, though. Like he put in out a fresh lineup.
Well, you forget to mention like the coach's fatigue. I mean, you talk about the players' fatigue all the time, but the coach is the one that is mentally.
He had to go to Kazakhstan. No, I think he sent his. I don't think he went.
No, he
even
went.
If
he went.
Yeah,
he went to Kazakhstan.
So the guy is mentally not like the thing. So
yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean these guys get tired too.
Yeah,
Palmer. Palmer hasn't been horrible. I mean, he's still, I think, been the spark in the team. But
they wasted a lot of chances versus Ipswich. They could have scored a couple of goals. Yeah.
Again, it's a long season. We just hit the halfway point of the season, if you can believe that. Like all the football that's been played, we only are halfway through the Premier League season. So these ebbs and flows are going to happen for every team, and just theirs is probably only going to last a month, while ours hopefully ended but lasted 3 months. Sorry to bring up Man City, but
you think it ended? Well,
I hope so.
I guess we can move on from them. Right?
Yeah, they're pretty.
I don't really think they need to do anything.
Now, this one I want to talk about quite a bit. Arsenal.
Yes.
You know what, dude?
Yeah.
In my notes, I didn't even include Arsenal.
Dang.
My top 16.
Wow.
That's just your
Oh
mental,
my God.
Matt.
Your mental click.
Matt and George, did you guys hear that?
Oh God, no.
And my cousin Joseph?
Let me.
Arsenal like a
Here
little
you go.
revival in form, huh?
I put Nottingham first.
Wow.
But I didn't even put Arsenal.
So basically, you don't see them in that tier, is what I'm
I
hearing.
really don't see them at all this season. That's the problem.
Hey man, Arsenal's back.
Yeah, I mean,
And we said that. I mean, they're
are they back?
they're
though?
5-1
quietly
against Crystal
trying
Palace,
to.
Right. But what do they do about the Bukayo Saka injury? We
Listen,
have mentioned on this podcast that having no cover for him was going to be a mistake.
Well, luckily it happened right before the January transfer window.
True.
And I think they're going to take advantage of that, and they're going to bring somebody in 100%.
So
I'm
now,
a
would you
nature
bring
bro.
a right winger or a striker?
Striker.
What about that right
Saka-
winger position?
No, I mean, I guess you. Well, the right winger was supposed to be covered when they got Sterling on loan, but Sterling, I read somewhere that it looks like he's dealing with like a chronic, I want to say knee problem, and Chelsea was like managing him with injections and would put him out there like 30 minutes, whatever, 40. He wouldn't pay. You notice he would get subbed pretty early in those games.
Yeah.
When he was playing for Chelsea, so. I would assume that when Arsenal brought him in on loan, they would have gone through the medicals and found this problem, which shows that that was dumb. To bring in a guy that might be dealing with like a medical lower leg a chronic medical lower leg situation.
That's what we did with Chiesa.
Really? Does he have the same thing?
I don't know. He doesn't have the same condition, but he's literally been injury prone the whole entire time. He's only played 2 games.
He's not fit.
But we already knew that. and it showed in the medical, same thing. But
Chiesa wasn't.
It's willing. These teams are willing to take the risk because they know the potential and what this player has previously offered. You know what I mean?
But with Sterling, if you say that with Sterling, you're talking about not something he previously offered last year. It was 3 years ago with Man City. Yeah. So we're talking about a signitigniant period of time.
We're talking about money laundering here, and we're gonna see Arsenal with 115 charges in like 5
Chelsea's
years.
Getting those charges. Arsenal
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think if they knew going in that, hey, we need to get cover for Saka. Let's get this guy on loan that has a chronic knee, or I don't remember which one it was. Chronic lower leg injury of some kind. Yeah. That was really dumb on their part.
I agree.
So
does Ranieri fit in that position? No, he's
Ranieri. No, he's more of like a attacking midfielder.
Then I think they have to get a
Gabriel Jesus will play in that right place.
Yeah, I don't think you guys both agreed that that's not Gabriel Jesus' best position.
Correct.
The right wing.
He's better as a striker.
His position is do not be the guy you need to depend on because he will shrivel. He's the guy.
Better way to put everything.
No disrespect, but he's the guy that. Oh my God, he got 2 goals out of nowhere. He's not a guy we need you to go score 2 goals. He's not going to do that.
We're winning 4-0 and you come on and you make it 6.
Exactly.
But remember that year we won the league by 100 points? Mm-hmm. His main position was a right wing. And we depended on him that entire season.
Really?
Yeah.
You forget.
We never
forget the phone calls he was making.
we never played him in striker position.
Played him as a right winger, starting, consistently.
Consistent. He even scored the 100th goal.
Wow, that's a very good memory. Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I'd have to go revisit that. Yeah. I told you when it comes to Man City, he usually ends up being right.
Do you know my driver license number?
No, I don't.
Yeah. I mean, what do you guys think?
They get a right winger.
You have to get both. You have to get both. You know,
I don't think, or get a striker, or I don't know.
You want to?
I have no idea.
Even if they get somebody on loan, like a right winger on loan and buy a striker, I think it's something that needs to happen like now.
The winger?
They're not that far off. This. I feel like they would be stupid not to take advantage of Manchester City's poor form this season.
Very stupid.
And the fact that Manchester City is out of the title race is a big deal, because Liverpool obviously is the big team up there. But when Manchester City's in the title race, they do not drop points.
You guys all feel defeated.
You guys,
that was awesome.
You guys do not. You guys don't drop points.
We literally make the rest of the league feel defeated.
No. Well, that's the past history, right?
I feel like Liverpool are going to be the same this year.
We are. We are going to win this season. But my point is, when Manchester City sucks the first half of the season, and you guys have
that was
one loss
chance.
The whole second half of the season,
sure,
that's not going to happen. You know,
we all agreed that Arsenal were favorites.
That's what I'm saying. I really think that if Arsenal doesn't get any hardware this year, they're more disappointing than Man City. Yeah. Even if Man City stay in this crappy form and we finish 8th or 9th, they have to be more disappointing because it's a 5-year plan that they have been every year spending. But this year they went for Calafiori, Mourinho, and Sterling. Yeah, that was their summer. I don't know if I'd put a good grade on that summer. If I'm being honest.
No, I mean, I agree with you.
That's
I just want to return back to the results, though. At least that the first game without Saka, they barely won it. But I mean, watching the game, they looked very attacking, which was promising. I know we're talking about they played Ipswich Town, which is not a crazy good team, but I was impressed watching them without Saka that they were able to create that many chances, and they had the player Lewis Skelly was playing at
left back.
He looked really good, actually. So
try to get him in fantasy.
He was impressive. I mean, I think there's positives to take. I think that they did the right thing getting defenders, but I do completely agree with you that they went short when it came to attacking reinforcements,
which is what they needed.
They did the wrong decision by just getting let's just get Sterling, let's just cut it short and just get a quick, easy player. That way we have some depth. No, you don't. You know what I mean?
I don't see the Calafiori signing and the Mourinho signing
That's a good one.
paying dividends. For
Marino was actually pretty good at this game.
He's a good
when he came on.
They're both good players, but it's all about like what is your priorities.
Yeah.
You know, they had no cover for Saka. They had no cover for Odegaard, and we've already seen proof that if Odegaard goes down, Arteta doesn't believe in Wineri, right? Mm-hmm. So then you need to get cover for him. You let Smith Rowe go. You let Reece Nelson go.
Yeah.
So you didn't cover those losses. You went and got more defenders and midfielders. So I just don't. It was a stupid window for them. If I'm being honest, it's just stupid. You know.
I hope Arsenal fans better hope that they do something this transfer window.
Yeah.
They need a striker.
Which one?
In my opinion, well, probably not Omar Marmoush because we're gonna get him.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
I saw some guys say we'll take either Victor Osimhen or Victor Gyökeres.
I don't know why Victor Gyökeres is going to be a one-season wonder. I'm telling you.
Really?
You said that about Salah.
No, I did not say that about Salah. Somebody else did.
I'm shooting fires today.
Because Victor,
you said that about Arne Slot.
Oh God! Please don't remind me. I like this guy now.
Yeah,
is his name Victor?
Yeah.
Which one?
No, it didn't show up. How do you spell it? Oh, there it is.
Gyökeres.
Victor with a K.
Yeah, one's with a K, one's with a C.
He's not a one-season wonder.
No, he's had like 20 plus goals like for the last.
He used to play for Brighton in COVID, and he was caca.
He's old though.
How old is he?
27?
26.
26?
It's not that bad.
Osimhen is 26, 27 too.
He's not a one-season wonder. I was wrong.
Yeah, I mean that guy's in his prime. 26 to 28 is like your prime, right?
Can he do it? Can he do it though in the Premier League?
That's the question. That's why I said, I think we said on the last pod, if they had the choice between him and Isak and they're the same price, which I don't think they would be.
They're never going to get Isak. Isak's a 150 million kind of player.
Dang. Yeah, you're not getting that guy.
He's really good.
He's really good.
But let's see, man. I could care less what Arsenal does, though, because Liverpool's in first place, and that's what matters.
Yeah, but, as a guy that, Man City, I'm not expecting anything from Man City. I'd like to see I love the Premier League. I want to see it to be competitive. I loved it when it came down to the last day between us and you guys.
How can a Manchester City person say I like to see it competitive when you guys take all the competition out of it when you start winning?
Did we take all the competition, or did Arsenal lay an egg? Did Liverpool lay an egg?
Okay.
Did Arsenal lay an egg again?
Side note, this is going off topic. When we won 98 points to 97 points.
Who'd you lay an egg against? You dropped points against someone you shouldn't have.
I don't remember. It was
and that was the difference.
The tie against Fulham.
It was Fulham.
Fulham! I love Fulham.
Probably.
I love Fulham.
Yeah, it was Fulham.
Amir, go to that game.
Well, actually, no, that was Arsenal last year. They dropped points against Fulham.
Yeah. Fulham.
Or Aston Villa. No, the year before.
I think both.
Yeah.
They dropped points against both those teams, I think. Yeah, so, did you guys just lay an egg? Did you bottle it, as they say in England? And we were there, just coming in to swoop what we earned.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, again, I love the Premier League. I want to see it go down to the last day. I don't want to see a team,
I do.
celebrating at the end of February or something ridiculous.
I would love to see that.
Really?
I would love to
Was
see
it
it.
enjoyable when you guys won it during COVID?
It was not as enjoyable as
because you guys won it in February.
You're trying to shoot fires, but it's not working.
All right. Yeah. And again, I'm going to bring up the last thing about Arsenal, and then we'll move on.
Yeah.
Arteta. Okay.
Yes. Oh.
I will ask again. If he doesn't get any hardware this year, do you keep him?
For sure.
Yeah.
There's nobody else that can do what he did.
All right.
That's a long-term project. You're going to bring in another coach for a 5-year project again?
5 years.
They're so deep into it that they can't get out of it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get out of it.
And
too much invested.
These guys are performing, too.
They are performing.
There's too much invested.
But if they keep coming up short, is it, can Arteta get us over the line?
Make improvements, but do not, reinvent the wheel.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It sounded pretty...
Just asking the questions.
Yeah,
All right, you guys good with Arsenal?
Yeah, are we going to Nottingham? Or
we need to give them a shout-out, man.
Yeah,
Nottingham Forest.
Nuno Santo.
A team that we all kind of looked at as a team that could be fighting in the relegation area.
Chris
currently
Wood.
Second place.
Chris Wood is leading that team.
I can't believe it, though. It's shocking.
Yeah.
Their performances, man.
Yeah.
1-0 against Tottenham.
The defense is great, man.
Man.
I had to pick Anthony Langa in fantasy.
He is good.
Yeah.
He is good.
He's a good pickup.
Yeah.
He was a guy, I really liked him. When he was on Man U, I actually was jealous because I really thought he was going to be something over there.
He was good,
you know. And to me, he was like, You got your Rashfords and these guys, but this kid Alonga looks better than all of them. And now Amad Diallo is that again. It's like you have the big names, and then this Ivorian guy looks better than all of them. You know, so
remember when we thought that they were dipping in form again? We were like, oh, it's over now. They lost 2 games in a row.
Yes,
against Newcastle and Arsenal, and then
they're just in the place that they should
they're
be.
back to it again. I mean, they lost against Manchester City, and that was it. They haven't looked back since. So do you think that this team will finish in a European position at the end of the season?
yes,
Really?
yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I should say European position. I guess could be Conference League, which is like what 8th.
Is that what you're referring to?
Place?
Yeah.
What is Conference?
No,
League?
7th place.
Seventh.
So 8th is nothing.
Yeah.
8th is nothing. 7th is conference.
And
Or
6th
5
is
and
conference.
6
Or do you mean
is
Champions
Europe.
League?
No, well, I don't mean Champions League. I mean European position. Because Champions League, I don't think they can do. But if you guys do, just feel free to say it.
I think they'll comfortably be in the Europa at the very least.
Which is 5th or 6th.
Correct.
Wow.
Yes. I've
Really?
been doubting them enough. The defense is fantastic,
5th
man.
or 6th? Ahead of Newcastle. And who else are we talking about? Newcastle, Fulham. You think they get
They'll be in
ahead?
Europa next year.
They know how to deal with the mid-table teams very well, which other teams like top 6 struggle with,
Yes.
which is giving them an edge. But they are not doing well against the top 6 teams themselves.
I mean, they beat Manchester United and Tottenham, which aren't top 6, but quote unquote.
They beat
top 6.
Liverpool.
All right.
Yeah.
But that was a long time ago.
I just think the defense is that good. That
I think that they can get in a Conference League position at least.
So
I
7th?
think so. I think 7th.
Yeah, maybe
7th.
maybe 7th.
Yeah, I think they'll finish. I think if you told me right now where they're finishing, I'd say 6th. I think they'll be in Europa.
That's very impressive, man.
Yeah.
Give that man the biggest raise.
You think they will finish above Spurs and Man U?
Yes.
The way that they're playing Spurs
sure.
and Man U are now.
And I think they're going to give Chelsea a run for their money because Chelsea can't defend, and Nottingham's defense is currently elite.
Which is very surprising.
They just don't allow goals, man. Let's just
They have their defense is solid. Man.
And their attack is solid too.
Yeah.
Who would have thought Chris Wood would be on fire?
They have a very solid team.
They haven't conceded in the last 3 games. Like they're just
I hope that this is a project that we see. Like we had Leicester City for a couple seasons and they were great, and now we're back to reality with them in relegation form.
Yeah.
Newcastle is kind of playing back to where they are. I hope that if they're playing good and Nottingham is this good, I hope that they maintain it and it's not just like a 2-season form and then we're back to reality.
I wish, bro, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Usually when a team like this does really well one year,
I think
the big teams come in and pick all the bones,
I don't even think there are bones to pick.
Really? You don't think anyone's good on this team?
You
don't think Alonga wouldn't get a shot at a top 6 club?
I really think
you think they're overperforming.
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
They're definitely overperforming.
So are you looking at this team more of kind of like Fulham, where it's like a bunch of top 6 rejects, Hudson-Odoi and these guys, and
they just found
Gibbs
chemistry
White.
with the
They
manager.
found chemistry, okay.
Yeah.
And
So where do you think they finish then?
Well, probably with the current form, if they can keep it, maybe 7th place or
Nobody
so.
keeps their current form, guys. It's a long season. There's going to be dips and.
But they are performing really well against the people that where they belong. Against those mid-table teams. We're talking about 8th place to 14th, 15th place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you perform against 8 teams, you win 8 games out of these guys. You should be in a place above them, probably.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mathematically.
Yeah. How about you, Max? Where do you think they finish?
I think above 7th. Yeah.
Above
and
7th?
I think
Okay.
it could be
Dang, we've reversed our
could be
take on this team.
5th to 7th place.
5th to 7th. Okay.
The way that they're playing, but I think more realistically 7th place. I do think that they finish below Newcastle, but above maybe Aston Villa and Brighton.
Yeah.
I will say one thing, and I'm not trying to shout out my fantasy team, right? But I'm so impressed with the goalkeeper, Matt Sells.
Yeah.
If this guy were to get injured, it'd be big trouble. Because I think he is single-handedly saving them in a lot of situations. So
I agree.
I hope they stay healthy. They're fun. Yeah.
Well, to the top of the table.
Top
if
of
I'm
the
correct.
table.
Oh, I almost forgot Liverpool.
Liverpool. We have a game in hand,
Yeah.
and are
Just give them a trophy.
we're 9 points ahead of Arsenal.
Couldn't improve.
9 points ahead of our. That's why I'm trying to see if some of these guys can come and make it interesting. I want to be entertained.
We said they're 9 points ahead of Arsenal.
With a game in
They're
hand?
1 point ahead. Yeah, they're 8 points ahead of.
How many points
Nottingham.
are they ahead of? 8 points ahead of Nottingham.
But Nottingham has a game already played ahead of Arsenal. Arsenal's playing on Wednesday. So
yeah,
guys, before we continue with Liverpool, we really shout out to the attacking and everything. But guys, we have to like bow our heads and like to Salah. I mean, really.
Okay. Yeah.
You shed some light on the history that he's breaking.
Yeah.
I mean, can we talk? Does anybody have the stats up or the things that he's breaking? He broke Henry's record, right?
Not yet.
He's almost.
He's close.
A couple goals away and assists, I guess.
He's very close to breaking
from double-digit assists and goals.
Yeah.
And I don't remember off the top of my head, but he's
first
now
player to break to score 10 goals and assist 10 goals before Christmas. First player to score and assist in 8 consecutive games in the Premier League, or not consecutive, but in total. He's in top form.
The top 10 most assists in the Premier.
Yeah, he beat
League
David
now.
Beckham on assists, all-time assists in the Premier League.
Impressive.
And I think he's only maybe like 15 goals away or something like that from becoming like the fourth. What is it? Like the fourth all-time top scorer of Liverpool
and the Premier League too.
Yeah. And the Premier League. Yeah, I think he's
very close. He's like in 4th place already or 5th place.
It's shocking, man.
Did we have a consensus on who the best player in the history of the Premier League, who that player was? Did we have a consensus?
I don't know.
Can't really put a.
So many players.
Our generation, my generation, wasn't.
Some might say like Thierry Henry. Some might say
Wayne Rooney. Sometimes
Wayne
Rooney was amazing, but I feel like if I watched like the Premier League in the 1990s, I probably would, Eric Cantona, and there's players that were probably amazing. Zola. I don't know. We just see highlights, but we don't know these players.
But if this guy stays like this, he's about to eclipse all of them.
He's of our century, our decade. I don't know which one. Decade, right?
Sure, decade.
Easily.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
He's the key. He's getting assists and goals in every game. 2 goals, 2 assists. He's the key point of all this attack.
I have a theory as to why he's getting assists.
Yeah.
Darwin's not on the field anymore.
Thank God. Because he has
wasting all the chances
Gakpo
anymore.
and Diaz and Jota to give the goals to.
Yeah.
What a way to waste 100 mil.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the only way. If you look at Liverpool though, dude, it's like the only whiff.
Yeah.
The only player they whiffed on was Darwin.
Disappointed, though.
And that's not that.
Everybody else has been a hit. Gravenberch hit. McAllister a hit. Who else have you got? Gakpo's now a hit. Yeah. Gakpo looked like crap. Gakpo looked like crap last year. I thought, that was a major whiff, but he's looking amazing this year. Yeah. So
Gravenberch,
Szoboszlai looks good. Like, dude, they hit on
really
everybody.
Good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm
shout out.
Nothing bad to say about this team. Man.
Yeah.
I just hope that we get the contract situation figured out. Because it's already, we're 2 days away from New Year's, and that's when the window opens, and that's when they get to start talking.
But now there are many rumors about Trent really leaving.
I kind of already accepted it. To be honest. I didn't accept Van Dijk and Salah.
I think that would be the top targets for the.
We're not going to miss him though. Do you think we'll miss him too much? Drastically?
I don't think so.
He's a miss.
It depends who you get to replace him. If you get Jeremy Frimpong, please don't. Then maybe not as much, but
Connor Bradley, steps up kind of.
Connor Bradley's good.
He's good. Yeah.
Well, Arne is not really depending on like those swingers or like.
No, we don't use fullback players.
He's not using those
okay,
wingbacks.
So let me rephrase. Like based on your style of play,
it's not going to.
You're not going to miss him, but what he's done for Liverpool as an academy player, his ability that like no other.
He's amazing, man.
To me, he's still the best right back in the world. So it's like you're.
Yeah, I agree.
So if someone said, "Hey, do you think we'll miss giving up the best right back in the world?" I'm like, "Of course you will."
Yeah.
So
send him to Real Madrid
on a free.
I mean, we'll get a lot of money out of it.
They're trying to work out a deal.
Sound bad saying that?
That's what I heard. They're trying to work out a deal.
At least get some money out of Real Madrid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, dude. Don't let them just get everybody for free.
Yeah, but it's like Arne Slot injected life into this team because this is almost the same squad.
It is.
Like they
There's no new players on this team from last year.
Chiesa.
We played one game.
Which was basically like you just got him because we just had to get a guy. We missed out on Zubamendi. We had to get somebody, and that was the guy.
Money laundering.
It was happy though.
Yeah.
Money laundering with Juve.
You guys are the ones that have 115 charges, man. What are you talking about?
We're very close to. I don't know. Hopefully they get dropped, but
this team is going. is unstoppable.
Yeah.
And I mean, 5-0 against West Ham. I mean, do we want to talk about the last 3 results? We conceded against Leicester City.
I can mention one thing.
We conceded against Leicester City and came back quickly.
Can I mention one thing that's kind of funny based on you guys' current form?
Yeah.
On the previous pod, when we were going over score predictions, I remember vividly Amir saying, I think you predicted Liverpool to win 3-2. And Amir was like, dude, I can't see that team scoring 3 goals. They haven't scored 3 goals all
Liverpool?
year. This is proof that Mohamed Salah listens to our podcast. Because he listened to Amir say, "You guys never score more than 3 goals." It's like, hold my
hold
my tea. He probably doesn't drink beer.
He scored 6 goals and 5 goals the game. Right,
that's funny.
Hold my shay for me, Amir. Let me go do this.
That is crazy.
We have 14 goals in the last 3 games.
Yeah.
Thanks, Amir.
I don't know what's going on.
And we're coming to Manchester United next.
It's gonna be another.
Isn't that even funnier?
It's a bloodbath.
It's gonna be the 7-0.
Yeah, something like that.
I must say though, but this guy Arne Slot, honestly, I give him all the credit for how these guys are performing. It's very rare when you find a good manager, a good coach, and a politician at the same time. Like
a good human being. Yeah.
And like I feel like if you're a good manager, you probably are not a good tactician. Or if you're a good, if you're a good politician, like with the media and the fans and whatever, like you're missing one of these things. And I feel like this guy is like checking all the boxes. This is how Pep used to be. I mean, this year Pep is losing it with the media and some other stuff, and he's not tactically at his best. But
he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But really, I think this guy is proving himself, and I give him all the credit.
Yeah.
That's not what you said at the beginning of the season, right?
Yeah. No, I take all.
Can we? Yeah. This would be a great time if we had one of those insert playback audio.
Yeah.
I believe Slot will get fired. That's the hot take.
Well, just give Amir a southern accent. We are in North Carolina.
Yeah.
No, man, he looks awesome. I agree with you. I mean, Klopp was another guy that I thought checked all those 3 boxes that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And this guy's doing it, but in his own way, which is
he wasn't that master tactician though. Like he wasn't that flexible tactically, like on the field. Like whenever when they were playing Fulham, they had that red card. This guy like literally just switched things on the field like 3 times, and the players were like, "Yeah, sure."
We have 1 loss in the whole season. Can you believe
Nottingham?
That was the only loss in Champions League and Cup play. It was just kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for better form than this.
Yeah,
you really can't. So, I hope you guys keep it up, and. For the love of God, man. You have the best... I don't care what anybody says. The best soccer player in the world is on your team.
For 100%.
Okay?
The things that he does is
let
amazing.
That guy go.
100%.
You'd be just as dumb as Man U when they let Cristiano Ronaldo go to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Okay?
I would sell... If we have to sell somebody to pay for his wage, get rid of Arnold... And give him the money, man. Whatever. If it's a problem with the money, I'll donate.
Yeah.
Come on, go.
You know? We'll make a GoFundMe.
Isn't LeBron one of your investors? Get him to put up the money.
Vinicius will be livid if he doesn't win the Ballon d'Or this year.
There's no way he's going to win.
If Salah doesn't win, dude,
I'm sorry,
dude. If Liverpool wins the Premier League and the Champions League, and Salah doesn't get that,
even if you only win the Premier League with the season he's having,
and Real Madrid wins the Champions League again,
imagine, and they're still going to leave.
Actually, no, I didn't think about that.
They're still going to leave Salah off the top 50 African players, aren't they? Yeah. After all that,
politics.
You're very political. A lot of
money laundering.
You want to be a politician today.
Well, boys, we finished the top 6.
Yes.
I think this is a good time to take a little break, and when we get back, we will get into game week 20 predictions. Stay tuned.
Yeah,
And we are back. Before we get into the predictions, boys, I would be remiss if I did not go over the updated scoreboard for us.
Please.
All right, so should I start with... I'll start with Max. Max, you had a pretty good week, man. +7.
First
all right.
91 points.
Oh,
You got Aston Villa, Man City exactly right. 2-1.
Yes.
And then you got a few other results pretty good. So, yeah, you got 7 points.
Okay.
That's impressive. Amir, +4. 79 points.
Not bad.
You got one result exactly right. I don't remember which one it was. It was a 1-1 game, though. Let me double check. It was West Ham Brighton. You got that one exactly right. So
Not bad.
and Christian plus 3 points. I have 90 points.
So I'm back in first.
You're back in first by 1 point.
Max is 91. You're 90.
You're 79.
I'll pick up.
Still got some more.
And again, I will reiterate this again. We are in game week 20. We are literally only halfway through the season.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of
we
games
said
left. to do.
whoever wins gets what? What did we say?
I don't think we've ever said anything.
You guys said goodbye.
I won't brag.
Is that what it was?
PS5 Pro.
Oh no!
The PlayStation 1 edition, the version 1, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
That's
That's expensive.
Yeah.
How about like a dinner, like a Texas Roadhouse? Texas Roadhouse dinner.
Dinner would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm down for dinner.
All
All
right.
right. Just plan
Yeah.
to buy me dinner
Okay.
ahead of time.
Okay.
Why would I? Am I just gonna
You
like?
and Amir will just split the check.
Oh,
for
I
me,
see.
Oh,
I
sure.
gotcha. Okay.
Because I'm gonna get first.
You know he's saying this because he's only 1 point ahead, right?
I was up. I was in first place the past few weeks, apart from last time. It's good
okay.
to be back.
I'm coming back.
Yeah, I think it'll be a tight 3-team race by the end of the season. All right, boys. Let's start off with the first game of game week 20, Saturday, January 4th at 7:30 a.m. In my opinion, the game I am predicting to be the most entertaining of the week. Tottenham is hosting Newcastle.
That's funny.
I think we're gonna have the same score.
What do you think?
No, you go first.
Oh no, you
I
guys want me to go
Max?
first?
Yeah, I got it. 3-0 Newcastle.
Wow.
Really?
Yes.
No, okay. I don't. 3-0 Newcastle. Amir, what do you think?
3-3.
Yeah, that is closer to what I'm thinking, to be honest.
Newcastle has had 3 clean sheets the last 3
Yes,
games.
that's true. But Tottenham have a great
Yeah.
attacking team.
They scored 3 against Liverpool.
That's true, but it's because of our poor defense. But yeah,
I'm
I'm sticking with it.
Tottenham had their bad game. Okay, so now, which is the tie against Wolves, which
Yeah.
I consider that a bad game because Wolves are fighting relegation, right? So I'm going to go 3-2 Tottenham. 3-2 Tottenham.
Tottenham win.
Yeah, they're hosting. They're at home.
Wow, that's a
Wow,
big call, man.
3 different scores. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a big shout.
Why?
You said 3-3?
3-3. I said 3-2. There's going to be goals in this one, man.
I don't. Newcastle's
Newcastle's
in top
form.
Newcastle's
They're
in
going to
top
put up
form.
goals. Tottenham can't stop them, and I
Yeah.
think Tottenham is going to put goals past them as well. I
see.
think Ange is going to take his head out of his butt and start James Madison.
Yes, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, let's see. That should be a fun one. All right, at 10 a.m., Bournemouth is hosting Everton. I'll go first on this one. Bournemouth just lost, didn't they?
They tied 2-2 to Fulham.
2-2 to Fulham. That was a tie this past week? This
Yeah.
past game? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Everton. Everton's not really good on the road, man. They really are not that good on the road.
They've been tying.
They haven't tied. That's why
They
I feel
tied
a
to
tie on
Arsenal,
this one.
City, and Chelsea.
I do
It's
feel
impressive.
a tie on this one.
That's impressive.
I'll go like a 1-1 tie.
Yeah.
Amir,
I think it's gonna be 2-0 Bournemouth.
2-0 Bournemouth. All right, Max.
I had 1-1, but I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to say Bournemouth win 2-1.
Okay, 2-1 Bournemouth. And then after that, also at 10 a.m., Aston Villa will be hosting Leicester. Max, what do you think?
I'm going to go Aston Villa 3-1.
3-1, okay. Amir.
Aston Villa 2-1.
Dang it. I wanted to go 2-1 as well. They're at home. Leicester don't look bad. I mean, I think Mavdidi is a really good player.
He looked really good.
He looked really good against
Yeah.
us. I'll go 2-1 as well, Amir. 2-1. All right. Crystal Palace will be hosting Chelsea. I guess I should go first on this one. Crystal Palace don't know how to score goals to save their life. I know that because I have Jean-Philippe Mateta on my
They did
fantasy
score
team.
2 against Southampton.
Yeah, but that's Southampton.
Maybe that's a little bit of a bounce for them.
I think they'll get a goal, but I don't think they're. I think Chelsea will
You think Chelsea will get back
break
to
out
winning
of their
form
form.
again?
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be grueling though. I'll say like 2-1 Chelsea. 2-1 Chelsea.
Okay.
Amir.
I'll say 2-0 Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea. Max.
I'm gonna do the same score line as you, 2-1.
All right.
Yeah.
He's trying to protect his 1-point lead on me there. I see.
Yeah.
All right. Man City's hosting West Ham. The battle of like visibly two of the most disappointing defenses. Like when we're saying
constipated defenses.
there are teams that have bad defenses, but when you look at their players, you're like, you're not supposed to have a good defense, right? So I would say if you're just looking at the players, these have to be the two most disappointing defenses. Maybe Tottenham as well.
Yeah.
Right? Man City versus West Ham, Max. Man City's at home.
Unfortunately, I'm going to go Manchester City 2-1.
Amir.
Manchester City 3-1.
3-1. Okay. Bowen.
It's not going to be the rise of West Ham.
I don't think it's going to be the rise of West Ham.
I don't think it's the rise of Manchester City.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think we're going to look really good either.
But you're coming to a good ground right now. And the West Ham is not. I mean, you're not coming to, but it's a good team to play at this point when they're not playing that good.
Yes, their defense is really bad.
They just lost 5-0. I mean, come on.
That's crazy.
I'm going to say 2-0. I think we get a clean sheet here again. 2-0.
Oof.
Oh, God, I don't feel good about that.
Maybe if Scott Carson plays, right?
Yes. All right. Southampton is going to be hosting Brentford. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I don't see points for Southampton here. I'm going to say 3-1 Brentford. Amir, what do you think?
I'm going to say 2-0 Brentford.
All right. Max.
2-1 Brentford.
2-1 Brentford, okay.
There's actually a really fun fact about this matchup that they only played in the Premier League only 5 times.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
Impressive. All right, at 12:30, probably, maybe the other most entertaining game or one of the most entertaining games of the week. Brighton will be hosting Arsenal.
Yeah.
Max, what do you think?
That's a good game, man.
I agree.
Testing Arsenal. I mean, they had Ipswich Town last week, but this is the real test. I'm going to go, though, Arsenal will win 2-1.
Oh, dang it. Good score. That's a good score. Amir.
You're going to go with the loss, aren't you?
I just feel it, bro.
I can see it in his
I
eyes.
just feel it.
What do you think?
Brighton 2-1.
2-1 Brighton.
I just feel it.
I do have to say, I do feel that the loss of Saka is going to rear its ugly head at some point.
At some point.
And this does seem like a game where it could happen. But I don't think they're going to lose. I'm thinking maybe a tie here is more probable.
Yeah, that was my...
Joao Pedro.
It's just a matter of what is the number going to be. 2-2 seems like a rare score line.
I was going to say 2-2, but...
Yeah. I'll say 2-2. 2-2, yeah. All right. On Sunday, January 5th at 9 a.m., Fulham will be hosting Ipswich. Man, Fulham just looked really in good form, but Ipswich just got a big win today. Mm-hmm. I've noticed that I keep thinking that when a team gets a big win, they're going to follow that up the next week. That just doesn't happen in the Premier League. So I think Fulham will win this game. I'll say 2-1 Fulham. Amir?
I'll say 1-1, actually.
1-1, okay.
Yeah.
Max?
I tend to agree with you, actually. But, I think I'll go 2-1 Fulham.
All right. Fair enough. And 11:30 a.m., normally I would say this is the game of the week, but this team is going to get sacrificed on Sunday, dude. Liverpool are hosting Man United.
That's awesome.
And it's just fitting that, Max, you start us off on this one, bro.
We just won 5-0, We're on fire.
Yes.
I'm going to just do 4-0. 4-0.
I was going to go with that one.
I don't,
4-0.
Yeah. I was going to go with that. Yeah.
5-1.
5-1?
You think we lose the clean sheet? To who?
They're not losing that clean sheet, bro.
Amad Diallo.
Yeah.
I really don't think they lose that clean sheet. I really liked 4-0. I'm not going to lie to you, dude.
It seems like a 4-0 kind of game.
It does, man. But this is also like the perfect storm for, what was the big game? The 7-0 against them?
Yeah.
This is like the perfect storm for that as well.
It is. But those are so random.
I almost hit 6-1.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Let's make it fun.
Let's make it fun. 7-0. A repeat.
Oh.
7-0. A repeat. I really think it'll be 4-0, but just to be fun,
hat-trick.
I'm going to do a repeat of the 7-0
7-0.
we had on them a couple years ago. But I really do think it's going to be 4-0.
Do you think I should change my score?
Huh?
I should change my score.
I'll give you. We'll give you the good option if you want to.
Hey man, your call.
No, that's okay. I need the
Five
points.
Fair enough.
I almost call it a tie.
All right. Well, we did it, boys. We got through all the.
I think
We
there's
still have one
last
game.
right?
The Wolves versus Nottingham on Monday.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that's the
even
last
write that one down here. My bad.
No, you're good.
All right, Wolves versus Nottingham. Dang, that's a good game too. There's a lot of good games this week, and Wolves are at home.
Yeah.
I've learned not to pick against Nottingham, but Wolves are starting to look better, man.
They are. Nottingham, though,
Yeah, I'll say 2-1 Nottingham. I don't know. Yeah.
I like to go with a draw during these Monday games.
Yeah.
I would say a 1-1.
Okay. That's a good call.
I say 2-1 as well, unfortunately.
2-1.
Oh, Nottingham.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right, man. Guys, now we did it.
Now we did it.
My bad. Now we did it. Well, do you guys have any final comments before we shut it down?
I can't wait to come back with a very high-scoring fixture to talk about at Liverpool, Manchester United.
Yeah.
I know. It's only half of the season.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, shout out to George Mustry for making the music for this podcast. And I hope you guys all have a lovely New Year. Thank you for tuning in. And, Happy New Year.
Feliz
Happy
Navidad.
New Year.